Angels, ancestors, wayshowers, guides, ascended masters, archangels, galactic federation, council, light, elementals, fae, Mary Magdalene, all beings assigned to our holy heavenly divine team, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about this Supermind Starseed? Your life had to go supernova in order for you to become the superstar you were meant to be and a world wayshower. Let me turn that down. Balance, natural therapies, health. The antidote. Be an open channeler. Activations necessary in order to align others. Wayshower, showing how it's done. Interesting. Okay. What is up, Galactic Golden Nuggies? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What is the vibe? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I just had to get a feel for this energy because I did not pull beforehand. I meditated on it a little bit before I came live. But from what I got from Spirit, for those of you that are going to be resonating with this message, your entire old life blew up. The old version of you, when you were existing in that timeline caved in on itself. That timeline blew up. You may have felt like everything was going wrong and everything was up against you. But it had to be the collapse of the old version of you and everything that was tied to that old version of you in order for you to be birthed anew, bars, as this superstar with your activated supermind. And I'll have to share a link on Starseed Supermind. It's the DNA activations that move you more into your crystalline celestial self and out of your carbon base. Connecting with water and awaken your inner shaman. And Poppy, I just started the live. Y'all know Poppy doesn't ever talk. So with Poppy talking, Poppy, aka Pop Smoke, I named her Pop Smoke before I found out she was a girl. So Poppy for short, but her name is Pop Smoke because she's my star kitty. And with somebody in here asking what color is my Bugatti, pink. Some of you've moved into this star status where when individuals look at you, when they come in contact with your energy, they immediately want to know about you. They want to understand where you came from, how you became who it is you are today. Your energy just speaks leader. You are this leader. But you had to go through what you went through in order to have this version of you activated. Connect, evoke, and heal. You heal all that of which you put your energy into. And your energy was way too spread out in this previous timeline for you to be this star. You were giving it to way too many individuals. You were spreading it out with hydrate, ocean, and water spirits. And with this card, with how their homes, if a massive tide came through, it would knock down all of these homes. You were too unstable within this previous lifetime in order to represent the divine in the way that you do now. You are a divine celestial representative. You may resonate with the previous reading that I uploaded a few days ago, might have been like a week or two ago, where the Galactic Federation, you were a Galactic Federal Sleeper Agent. But you couldn't have all these abilities activated at once until you went through this process of supernova. And this is where your celestial DNA was activated. If you're resonating with this, you confirmed with Source before you came here the journey necessary in order to be in this position. So everything you went through because your soul signed up for this. You needed to understand the power that you have been given to control and shift your reality. But you couldn't immediately have these activations, or you would have abused them. You would have shared them. You would have done for others what they didn't deserve, more than you already had. in the way that your energy had assisted in alignments for others who didn't deserve what they were receiving, you would have pushed them into positions they would have abused by seeing the good in them that you didn't see in yourself. So there are individuals that anticipated using your energy to be a star, using your energy to become fortunate, famous, hold luxury, live a life of luxury while you maintained, I won't even say maintained, while you continually were stuck in a timeline where you were just barely making it by in order for your energy to continually be dispersed amongst those who were using it for their benefit. So you going through these, what we clarify as towers, this supernova moment, it was to cut off all of the dead weight. All of the, if we're looking at it as like a planetary system, all of the best way, I don't want to, you know what, I am going to offend some individuals. All of the black holes, the voids, because that's what was around you. Individuals that were just intaking continuously. While you didn't understand why your manifestations weren't coming to fruition, why your prayers weren't being heard, but they were. You just weren't going to receive this until you had been released from all of the lower level energies that were in a timeline that this would not stabilize in. It would have been volatile. I'm also getting with this shamanic card. Intuitively, I'm picking up on the fact that you've integrated previous versions of yourself where you were a shaman. I heard activated your magic. It's in your DNA. But you were continuously attempting to do this in previous timelines where you were around these individuals that were siphoning this energy. Ancestors had showed you the signs. You could have lost a dog. You could have had a dog pass away because of what was being directed at you, that in that timeline, you were a vibratory match to. And there was a pet here that was deflecting this energy. The reason why this is relevant is it has been revealed with what I'm looking at. This smoke right here, it looks like a dog. Can y'all see it? Like the ear, the face. Each and every one of these illuminated markings, it looks like cancer. Some sort of cancer of the throat. The reason this is relevant is because you had a lot of attacks on your throat chakra. Did y'all hear the honk? A lot of attacks on your throat chakra at this time, not at this time, but that are being, that you have elevated from, you've released at this time, that previously were keeping you from speaking your truth. As a wayshower, the definition of wayshower, because I did look this up before I came over here, was showing others the way by simply awakening to and living your truth. It's something about your truth being activated within this timeline, you breaking through all that was attached to you, because your throat chakra has something to do with the way that you are meant to lead the masses, the world. Something you're going to be doing with your throat chakra, whether it's singing, rapping, motivational speaking, a counselor. So there were many attacks within the old version of yourself that you had been aligned to because you had not elevated, that you may have seen play out with that of which was around you, pets. There were animals that took this on. You could have even seen birds where it looked like their head had been like ripped off or something. Because I am also like the shaman's dressed in feathers. So you could have been seeing, yeah, animals. Or you could have had animals and wondered, why was this happening to these animals? Why were you seeing these animals like this? Why was something unexplainable happening to animals that you had lost in the past? Or why you may have had certain experiences that you may have asked God why they were happening. Like, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, but like tonsillitis or continuously getting strep throat. And you don't have that now. You don't have that happening. It was because of the attacks on your throat chakra that you were in. I'm not saying that these can adhere to your energy now, but in this previous timeline with the individuals that were around you, it could, because you were in alignment with it. It was able to adhere to your energy because you were a vibratory match. Now that you've gone through this upskill and this elevation and this evolution, all of that energy has been released for you to use your throat chakra. Your chakra system is being enhanced in this moment for what you're meant to do here. With this being open channel, mediumship, ancestors, and spirits, you could be having dreams of those that had passed on. Like animals, grandparents, a mother, a father, letting you know that you're in alignment with something that is due, that you had previously been holding on to, such as some it's coming in threes for some of you. It could be a father, grandmother, and grandfather, or a father, grandmother, grandmother. There were 3 individuals that have aligned on the other side to bring you, that are working on the other side to bring you something. It comes in threes. But it's because you're ready for it. And with what you're about to receive, it's going to elevate you physically in the way that your energy has elevated into. So that you can, you got to show, you're the wayshower. You are the world wayshower. The world is going to see this play out. And it's going to look to them as a miracle. They're going to look at you as though you are a miracle, how this played out. It's going to appear to them to be a miracle. And it's your job to clarify how this happened. That it was the Most High and it was the work that you put in. You're meant to share your story. Some of you are going to be doing podcasts on the experiences that you've overcome. The news, writing a book on it, starting a YouTube channel about it. Whatever you've been aligned to do, you've already been getting the signs and synchronicities to start. Some of you are going to be starting faceless or attempting to start faceless first. But your face will be revealed, because this is how you are representing the divine, your full form. Who you are in this moment versus who you have been. Leave room for people to notice the incredible shifts you are experiencing, and they'll naturally want to have what you're having. That's the next definition of wayshower. Leave room for people to notice the incredible shifts you are experiencing, and they'll naturally want to have what you're having. What happens to you will ignite hope in all those perceiving your story, all those tuning into you, in alignment with you, which will activate another wave of awakening. It will solidify psychic strength. There we go. It will and gold light. It will solidify others' faith in what they know is due if they put in the work. If they put in the work too. Psychic strength. You already know this is coming. Your psychic abilities have been enhanced, activated, enhanced, and advanced. You are an advanced intuitive. You've called in all forms of yourself from all lifetimes for this moment. You're going to be sharing these abilities. You could even have, for some of you, a position on Gaia, like going to speak to interviewers for Gaia about your abilities, how you knew this was going to play out, how you knew to avoid certain traps that had been set. It's something about your story being spread to where you had been previously persecuted and scrutinized about what it is you could do and what it is you've been through. And it's like the way you have been persecuted publicly, the way you have been shamed publicly, you're about to be blessed publicly. You're about to be honored publicly because you are the face of the divine. And I want to notice that you are the face of the divine. Notice the signs. And I wanted to, with respect your physical body, detox, relax. I was just about to talk about this. I wanted to come on live and talk about this yesterday. But Spirit was like, no, after everything you've done, take a break. Some of you are being guided to not fully push yourself into something because of what's coming. You're having something play out where they don't want your intention, attention, and energy focused elsewhere other than on your upgrades and what you can do in this moment. what you are being guided to do in this moment. So I wanted to come live and talk about this yesterday, but they didn't even give me the full channel to do so. They kept blocking me. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll just read on it tomorrow. Because they gave me Starseed Superstar and then Supernova. And I wrote it down and I was like, all right, I'll channel this as soon as I'm done with all of this. And they're like, no, you take a break. And I was like, because I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And I wanted to come, you know, talk to you guys about the energy that was coming through. And Spirit said, no, take a break. You've done too much today. So if you've been guided to relax, this is why. You're going through massive upgrades. Massive upgrades. Upskill. Skills being activated that you have not had access to in this time. Yet. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. And know that the light that you see in me, you have within you. It's that soul glow. And let your soul glow. Let yourself shine. But also take time for you. The harder you push yourself, the more you are telling the universe you lack in some area, or that anxiety is fear-based, that you don't trust. So we are being guided to hold faith and have faith and trust. I just heard overworking doesn't get things done in the spirit. But allowing yourself to go through this process does. We got move your body, detox, breathe and flow with release your inner free spirit, freedom, fun, music. Some of you are about to be, I hope all of you actually, let me not say some of you. If you're resonating with this message, you're about to celebrate. You're about to be singing and dancing. Some of you are about to move, could be to Hawaii. Or overseas. Your spirit guides have been, if you've been seeing U-Hauls back to back to back, it's because you're about to receive the abundance to move. You're about to be repositioned. Because the divine needs you elsewhere. I just heard, in order to complete this process and to, in order to complete this process and to maneuver you into this position, you need a new environment. So this star position is going to require you going into restoration, replenish, they said not restoration. You are being restored. With your restoration, you're being guided to go into replenishment mode, hermit mode. So do not be out here. You're going to get your time to speak on this, but don't be out here telling everybody about what it is you just received. It's like you're being guided to move into an environment or a state of being to where you can relax. You don't need to overexert yourself, which makes sense with what I just saw. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. You don't need to overexert yourself. You're being guided to go into a phase of like full integration. To where you're going to be spending a week to they said not a week, a few weeks just allowing yourself to be at peace with what it is you receive, because you're not going to have to push yourself the way that you have before in order to keep your head above water, in order to pay bills, in order to make sure that everything is good, that you're good, that your babies are good, your fur babies are good, that rent is paid. And if you've been seeing that less rent and more, what is that ad? It's on YouTube. The ad is less rent and more fun or something, and it's about winning $50,000. If you've been seeing that ad, this is confirmation for you. Because this is not having to worry about things that were keeping you out of full alignment with the star position you've been moved into, and that you've been given in order to guide others. It is time, and your energy is speaking this already. And I see with freedom, there are little traveling, what looks like trains back here. So some of you little wagons, little carriers, whatever this is, you're going to be, it's a physical transition. And not to the other side, but to where you can do the most, they said sanctuary, thank you, to sanctuary. So that you can start treating yourself well. It's like your physical form is fully able to acclimate to your new experience. So this is taking time off to be healthy, your healthiest. Switch your eating from what you can afford to what you now can afford. having an area where you're not consistently being weighed on by outside energies. It's your own space. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm also seeing exercise, meditate, massage, where you won't consistently be disrupted. And listen, with what I said I was going to explain what I saw earlier. Some of you have been guided to get on YouTube and put in, I won't say put in the work, but you'll be guided to what you are meant to do on YouTube. I just saw a video today about a woman sharing how much she made on YouTube. And it was enough to quit her job. And it inspired me. It did. I'm not going to lie. It inspired me. Because I knew that I could be assisting others and that God would come through in a way where this could be, if it is in alignment with me, a position, a work position, to where I could be making a living off YouTube. I'm not yet. I'm not going to put that out there. I'm going to align myself with that timeline. Well, further align myself with that timeline, because I know that the Most High showed me that video for a reason. So some of you have been seeing things that you need to believe that you are capable of having, that you are capable of doing, because of how you're meant to share your, they said not share, express your energy here, and how it inspires others. Thank you. You are not meant to be shut in. You are not meant to be shut out. You are meant to be seen and heard. The life that you have lived isn't the life that you were meant to always live, because it's about the evolutionary process here. But it's all about what you believe yourself as being able to achieve. Because Spirit already sees it. With this bird's eye view, we got Spirit guides out here, and this, I believe it's a hawk. Could be a, no, they said falcon. It's falcon. What is the spiritual meaning of a falcon? Let me look that up real quick, because that's relevant. Spirit has a bird's eye view of what's occurring, what timelines we have aligned with. Falcon symbolism is asking you to be vigilant. In other words, the spirit animal's presence means there is an opportunity for significant positive change. The irony. Beautiful. In Native American traditions, falcons also represent courage, strength, protection, and vigilance. Ancestors are overlooking this, there it is, success. Falcons are also known as the emblem of achievement, success, and triumph. You've already won. This bird is the epitome of ecstasy, high fortitude, and acumen. You've already won. So not only are they protecting this triumph, this success, but they're saying it's already yours. It's just about you taking the actions to, because it's not just going to fall on your lap. It's about you taking the actions to further integrate this into your reality through the evolutionary process. They're also saying that all that has been done was not for nothing. Like, all that you went through was not for nothing. You had always been protected. We had always been protected. We had always been exactly guided divinely. So this is them saying, spread your wings and fly, and don't be afraid of falling, because with us you never will. Some of you may have, because I know I do, Native American ancestors on the other side. I'm also hearing not just Native American, but Indian, as well as African. They also said, I just heard Caribbean. All ancestors have been showing you they're with you. You already know this. If you've been finding white feathers or feathers in general, you may want to look up the significance of the colored feather you had found. But if you are finding feathers, pennies, those are all representations that your spirit guide, your spirit team is letting you know they're with you, letting you know they're there. If you've been finding feathers or flowers on your porch, like it looks like flowers have been blown up to your porch, That is Spirit saying, I am with you. You're receiving your flowers in this lifetime. I'm also hearing you are a flower. A flower that's always in bloom from here on out. The rose that grew from concrete, the lotus that came from mud. Go with the flow, let go, rest, and manifest. What you manifested, this rest. You manifested this rest, this time period of restoration that has come through in this moment. This is rest before you get put in a position to where everybody wants to communicate with you, everybody wants to know who you are, where all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you, but like, this is worldwide. Some of you, you're about to be world renowned because of what you have aligned yourself with. Like, first generational multimillionaire, first generational multi-billionaire, but you didn't know that this was how it was going to play out. This is what you needed to go through, this supernova moment, to where everything caved in, everything blew up, in order for you to elevate to this level to where you would be able to express your testimony. It's not just your testimony though. After rest, it's express, but it's expressing the process that put you in a position to even have this play out in the way that it did. Through God, through belief, and through determination, affirmations, visualization, and understanding. You're going to be walking others through the process of how to reprogram their subconscious in order to see the best outcome in everything, no matter what they're going through, because that's what you had to do. When you were going through your darkest moments, you maintained your faith and you imagined. You kept visualizing a different outcome. You kept visualizing being happy. You kept visualizing being stable. No matter what you were going through, nothing could affect what you knew was on the other side of this. You just knew it. It was that soul knowing of, I cannot give up because I just know. And every time I want to give up, I see a sign from the Most High or my spirit team telling me to go, to keep going, to never give up. You're going to be walking people through this process of, well, when this, and this was happening, and when you had this humiliation ritual going on and the smear campaign, how did you stay positive? How did you keep your head held high? Like, how did you keep showing up? How did you exactly stay focused? And you're going to be walking individuals who are feeling this low, how you went from that low level to this high vibrational state of being where you made it. It was mind over matter. It was divine supermind over everything that other individuals are perceiving as mattering. Not just matter, but what matters to individuals that shouldn't. Other people's opinions, other people's perception, I won't say other people, but these lower level entities attached to certain lineages and individuals. Exactly. God's love above all. Love always wins, which is why God always wins. God is love. And this is why you always win. Because no matter what you went through, you were always love. You maintained the vibration of unconditional love. You may have been hurt. Of course you were hurt. You were betrayed. But you never wished upon those, like you never wished upon innocent anything that happened to you. You found the good in the world, and it started with finding the good in you. You found a way to see the good. Like they just showed me, damn. I don't align with this actor because of the accusations and allegations around this individual's name, nor do I really like this individual's energy. But if we're going to use an example, The Pursuit of Happiness, where in it Will Smith was with his son, his son in the movie, and he had locked himself in the bathroom, and him and his son were homeless, and there was somebody trying to get into the bathroom, and he just breaks down crying because he wants to give his son a better life. He never, ever, ever let what he was experiencing in the physical dictate what he felt like he could accomplish in the physical, not just for himself, but his child. He didn't give up. That's what I'm talking, like, that's the energy I'm feeling, is you knew it was all for a reason. You knew that if you had given up at these moments where you felt like you were your lowest, you could have been like me, where I was homeless, and it was like, there's only up from here. Like, me and my babies, we got to make it work. I got to make sure that they're healthy, they're safe. So I'm going to make sure that I put in the hours, that I'm doing what I have been guided to do in order to not only assist the collective, but also my babies. And then God put me in this position to where I now have a space. I'm able to walk around this beautiful house. And those of you that were over on TikTok, you've seen where I'm staying. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And the way that God even moved me in here was an absolute miracle. Like, this space is a miracle. And if you guys, like I said, were over on TikTok, you know how beautiful it is. Like, it blows my mind what God has been capable of. And if you are in this position right now, know that everything that had to be released from the past version of you was what was holding you back from the greatest version of you. Because I have been my healthiest here. I have put on the most weight here. I have been the happiest here. But it went from very toxic and abusive environment to homelessness to toxic environment to here. And I had to trust the Most High through all of those phases, knowing that there was something I needed to learn. So if you resonate with the pursuit of happiness, if you resonate with consistently keeping a positive mind state, a positive belief system through every dark moment, it has paid off. You have aligned yourself with the timeline that you consistently moved yourself in, no matter what was happening externally. And you've made God proud. And you're about to make God and your ancestors very, very proud. More proud than they have ever been. Because with what you receive, you're not going to be selfish with it. You're not going to be greedy. You're not going to be entitled. You're going to change the world. You're going to show others how you did this. You're going to show others how you made it. And how you made it mentally first. It's also kind of giving, if we're bringing it up, hold on, because I have like a cat hair right in my eye, which was, if you can see that cat hair, oh, it just fell down. It was in the shape of a 1. You are the one. You have been chosen as this individual to live this life this way, in the way that you lived it, in order for you to be a divine expression of a miracle incarnate. It's not just that you are a reincarnated goddess, an incarnated angel. It's that you are an incarnation of divinity in a physical form. You are not just a piece. You are not just a god. You are not just a goddess. You are not just an angel. But you are a drop of divinity within this realm. You are a walking incarnated miracle. Because you should not be here. But with the gifts that you've been given and how you use them, your story, you're leaving an imprint, a massive impact on this planet to where you are history. Like, your story is literally, for those of you resonating with this, people are going to talk about your story. Just like if we're bringing up Logic, how, if you guys know the rapper Logic, he went through some of the most traumatic experiences, but it led him to helping others who were going through that experience with his music to elevating, to believing in themselves. Your story, and in the way that like Logic is leaving as a legacy, Logic, if you guys listen to Logic and you guys know Logic's backstory and how many kids Logic's music has helped, this is what I'm feeling from your energy. But in the same way that Logic is leaving a legacy, Logic is also Logic's a part of history. When you hear Logic, you're going to know about his music. You're going to know about his backstory. Logic is, even after Logic is no longer here physically, people are going to talk about Logic. In the same way that when you are not here, when your physical vessel has expired and your soul has transcended, your soul has moved into its next form, your story will be relayed in order to continue inspiring others. In the same way, if we're bringing it up, XXXTentacion. X has been gone for, I believe, 5 years now, and it still feels fresh. His energy is still moving throughout the masses. His story speaking volumes, his message is leaving an impact. To be remembered. History. This is your, exactly, this is your story. You're going to continuously change all those that tune into your history, your story, how you made it, how you overcame, how you reprogrammed your mind. Because that's what it took first. You would continuously be stuck in cycles if you didn't change this. God could show you signs all day, every day, but unless you choose to follow and unless you choose to believe, your situation won't change. It's like you needed to trust, not just in the divine, but in yourself. In that fire that had been lit in your soul, to where you knew you were going to be something successful. You were going to be something, you were going to change the world. After all of this, you knew that there was massivity on the other side of what you had just experienced because of how big, how massively traumatic it was. Exactly, unlearn and relearn. You knew the extent of trauma that you had experienced would only lead to this divine expression within this realm to where you would touch multiple lives. It wouldn't be any other way. You didn't go through all of this, I won't even say trauma. This is the, how do I put this? This is, because how I was going to say it is, this is the biggest story yet to be told. And they said, oh, exactly how I was going to put it. This is the biggest story yet to be told because it's your story. Your story that's going to impact and affect all those that felt like they were stuck in these situations. That you escaped from. That you elevated from. That you survived. And not only did you survive, but you're victorious. You won. So yeah, the biggest story that has yet to be told, but is about to. Like, they're bringing up Joe Dispenza. Just like how Joe Dispenza broke his back, his vertebrae. He was not supposed to walk again. But because, and this is how his story started, is through trauma, through impossibility. That's what this is. You are a miracle because of the impossibility of your survival, of you making it. Joe Dispenza broke his back, doctor said he was not supposed to walk again. He was never supposed to walk again. And he said, yes, the fuck I will. I'm walking out of here. I'm walking out of here by Christmas. And he visualized himself walking out of that hospital by Christmas. He visualized himself walking until he could. And doctors couldn't explain how this miracle happened. And now he's going from platform to platform to platform, interviewer to interviewer, talking about how he did this. He's written books, Becoming Supernatural. He has also been a part of The Secret. He's in this book as well, explaining how he overcame all physical obstacles, all impossibilities in order to make it possible. This is what your story is. You are an impossibility that has been made possible, and your story is going to be shared with how you express it, which is why your throat chakra has been unblocked in the way that it has, in order for you to be the hope for others, the way shower that wakes up and leads the world. Because what you overcame should have not been possible. There were many individuals who felt like what they had done would have been impossible for you to overcome. But you did. You shifted timelines in a way where individuals that had once been binding you, had once been able to, or they had felt like they had been put in a position to keep control of you and keep you from ever reaching this level, are looking at you in awe. My mind has been totally blown. Same thing happened to me. Had an accident. and you healed. If you are resonating with this, you are here to change the world because of how you've changed the complete belief, the structure of it. The structure of your world has influenced the world that you resided in, the world that others experience around you. If you literally just watched The Secret today, this is confirmation for you. Your story is going to, in the same way that The Secret inspired you, people are going to be talking about your story and how it inspired them. When you're no longer here, there are going to be individuals that go, yeah, I made it because, in the same way we look at XXXTentacion, I learned what I learned. Like, I started looking into the spiritual laws of the universe because, j'en sais, X. This is how your story is going to continually play out in this realm, where people are going to, it's a legacy. People are going to remember you. People are going to talk about you because of the lives that you saved through the impossibility that you are. In the way that people didn't give up because you didn't. And you know this. I'm only verifying for you what's happening right now. You know this. If you're looking at the external and you're like, this doesn't match my energy, it's about to. Be patient. I just heard you don't know what's coming, but it's for your benefit. You can feel it, but you can't physically see it. You will. And believe me, because I've had, y'all, this space is a miracle. You know what? I should show y'all. I went from homeless to this space. I'm going to show y'all. Before we get off live, I'm going to show you. I went from homeless to this beautiful, beautiful environment. Excuse my, I need to get new curtains. This is beautiful. Like, and I'm just like so thankful and grateful that God put me in a position to be able to experience this place. That's the kitchen. Like, this is, and it's so much more space than I've had. It is beautiful. I went from homeless to having a space where I can cook, like I can take a shower. There's a fireplace, yes. It is beautiful. And I'm not flexing. I'm not over here like, well, look at where I'm at right now. Like, look at this, No, I'm showing you guys because I literally went from homeless to more space than I have ever had. And it's beautiful. It is literally like, it's beautiful. And I want you guys to know that if God can do this for me, God can do this for you and is doing it for you. All that you went through, you're going to be put in a position, because I know this is just a transitionary place for me. I know that God's putting me in a position to have my own home. Like, officially be able to say, like, that's mine. That I'm not renting it, it's mine. If God could do this for me as a transitionary period, so God can do anything. This is my in-between. This is the place I'm just renting. And I know that God's going to put me in a position to where I'm able to look at my house and go, this is mine. I'm not just renting, it is mine. And like I said, if God can do this, because the way that my fur babies and I were even moved in here, an absolute miracle. A miracle that should not have happened, but God made it happen. If God can do this for me, with me staying positive and me believing, okay, I'm going to get out of this environment. I'm going to get out of this, I'm going to get out of this situation. I'm going to get away from all these toxic people. I'm going to fully be able to heal. In this environment, I have. Like, I have put on more weight than I have ever had in my life because I've been at my happiest. Like, through all of the experiences I've had, this is the one where I've been able to become this version, where I was not able to become this version before, with all of the energies that were weighing on me, all of the energies that were manipulating my energy, all of the individuals that were attempting to hurt, harm, and affect me negatively. So again, what I'm showing you guys is what God has done for me, and what God's going to do for you by the fact you've shifted your mentality. You are different, therefore your environment is about to be different. Your bank account is about to be different. Your story is about to change others' lives where they are guided to be different. They are guided to be more positive. They are guided to believe in themselves. That's your story. And we all glowed up. We all glowed up. But what you went through, that supernova, that explosion within your reality, only led you to this position. It led you to being your greatest. You had to go through your worst to be your best. And right now you are, like the previous reading stated, the greatest of all time in this moment, and you're getting greater. Your story is going to touch the lives of so many because of how so many eyes have been on you and how you've already inspired those tuning into your story, because you weren't supposed to be here, but here you are. And not only are you here, but you are the greatest you have ever been. You are or will be the healthiest. I want you to start affirming, I am the healthiest I ever have been. I am the happiest I have ever been. If you have not started, I want you to start reprogramming the way that you perceive yourself and your environment. Start shifting yourself internally, because as within, as without, as above, so below. If you want your energetic alignment, your soul's destiny, your soul's alignment to match with your physicality, you got to first change internally. You got to believe what it is you're praying for has already been fulfilled. That is already yours. It's a part of your experience. And you will receive it. Because those of you that have been with me for a while, I know you were wondering if I was going to make it with all the shit that I had gone through. Those of you that have been with me for a while, y'all have seen how like, y'all have seen the towers. Y'all have seen the shit that I went through in order to be removed from situations God told me to leave behind and let go of. And because I refused to acknowledge the danger that I was in, because I refused to acknowledge what I had been shown, God removed me from it. But those towers were not for nothing. I had to be put in a position to where I could be this person today without all of those outside energies. So if you are in solitude right now, if you have gone through some brutal traumatic towers, it was for you to be the superstar that you were meant to be. Your story is going to touch the lives of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of individuals. And it's all because you didn't give up. You chose to see the best, and now you're receiving it. Exactly, from the pit to the palace. And this is not even the palace yet, but it feels like it. It feels like it. This is not even the palace. And like I said, if God can do this for me, and this is not even the palace yet, what is God going to do for you? Everything. Everything God promised that God was going to do for you. Everything that you know you are meant to have. So don't give up on it. Don't give up on your journey, because everything is playing out in this moment. Continue to, I know it's hard when we're going through these crystalline upgrades and this ascension process, because part of this process is purging out lower based emotions that keep us in, or lower vibratory emotions that keep us in a carbon base. So again, if you're releasing, if you're purging, allow yourself to purge, but then after that purge, after you release, you cry, you go to the gym and you work out your frustrations. Do things that elevate you. Do things that put you back in a vibration of being unconditionally loving, trusting, full of faith, and happy. Even if it is watching comedy, dancing around, listening to your favorite music, singing. Whatever it is you need to do in order to elevate you, could even be going to the gym and just working out that lower based irritation, that lower level emotion that is being expressed, or being expressed in order to be released. So let yourself go through this purging process as you are elevating even more than you have before. But bounce back. Like, realign yourself to positive, high vibrational energy after you purge. But anyways, you guys, I gotta run over to TikTok. I just looked up and it was $49.49. Hold up, I gotta look that up. I gotta look up the spiritual meaning of 4949. Hold on. 4949, building new I can't make this shit up. Y'all better claim that energy. Building new solid foundations. Relates to your ability to become a better person under the influence of your guardian angels. Huh? What was I just talking about this entire reading? This entire life? Becoming a better person, which is building this solid foundation within your physical existence. Your energy, your environment matches your energy. The work starts within. So oh my God, that's beautiful. That is so, and it's also unfolding in alignment and divine timing. It's a sign your soul's sacred mission is actively unfolding in alignment with divine timing. That's amazing. Thank you, guardian angels. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Most High. They just wrapped up this live for me. So, if y'all resonated with this live, if y'all resonated with this energy, I want you to put in the comments if you're watching this later, or put in the chat, I am history. I am her story. They said, I am history in the making. I am her story in the making. Because I didn't give up, others won't give up either. I am a wayshower to this world. And I am changing it just by being me. There you go. I am leaving a legacy. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you, and I want you to honor your own energy by affirming what it is you know you are. And not letting anything outside of yourself dictate your belief system and your destiny. You are history in the making. You are her story in the making. You are leaving a legacy. You are a legend. And your story, your testimony, your tests and tribulations that have become your testimony are going to touch the lives of individuals that were thinking about giving up, but they were also meant to make history. You are meant to influence the world as the wayshower you are, to not give up, keep moving forward, and raise the elevation and vibration of this planet to where it is a better planet for those that come after us, and it frees those that came before us. You are not just the generational chain breaker and the freer of ancestors, but you are a wayshower to the world. Claim that shit. You are a superstar. Y'all better tune the fuck in. You are a superstar. Always have been. It just took a supernova to get you to this point. You've always been a starseed with the supermind. You've always been different, but that's been a good thing, even when others wanted to make you feel like it wasn't. You've always been special. You've always been chosen. You've always been divine. And now, it's time. It's time for the world to see this in you. More than they ever have before. I know how. Watashi wasta. You already know. So until I see you guys again, because y'all, I may not be live tomorrow. We'll see. I might pop up. It is Saturday. You guys know I'm not normally live Saturday, but who knows? If I get a channel, y'all will see me. So if I won't be popping up tomorrow, I will see you Monday. For those of you that I won't see over on TikTok. But for those of you I will see on TikTok, I will see you in about 15 minutes. So, until the next time I see all of you incredible galactic golden nuggies, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, stay respectful unless disrespected, then check with the Most High before you check a motherfucker with grace, and remember who the fuck you are. You came here as this beautiful, supernatural, super-minded starseed in order to elevate all those that came in contact with your energy. Never less than. Always more. That's who you are. I love you. I appreciate you. I honor you. And just like Jase would say, XXX Tentacion. Hey. If anybody tells you to lay down, I love how there went a bird. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car, vroom vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy does it for us. So, until I see you guys again Monday, if not tomorrow, I love you. Honor yourself, honor your energy, get grounded, take your spiritual showers, drink your water or your kombucha, because that's what I got going on over here. And take it easy on yourself. I love you. I appreciate you. please make sure that you're pouring into yourself this weekend, pouring into your destined alignment, and doing things that are healthy for not only your physical vessel, but your spirit. I love you guys. And I will see you again, like I said, a billion times, Monday, if not tomorrow. And for those of you that are going to be heading over to TikTok, I will see you over there in about 15 minutes. So, until the next time I see you. Bye.